I'm Marlo Hayes, Shirley.
Taylor Memmott.
And Juliana Drake.
So the first thing that I noticed from the information he was showing was how as time went on, there were less births per woman, but they lived longer. So they were having smaller families, but they weren't dying as quickly.
And one thing I noticed too was that with the U.S. that they were always like on the money side, but they weren't as healthy as some of the cultures who didn't have as much money.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I noticed, because my country is Sierra Leone, and he pointed out that in 1830, Sweden was the same, was right where Sierra Leone was. My bad. Sierra Leone, what it is in 2007, Sweden was there in 1830. So I thought that was funny because the development and the whole thing changed, the education and everything. So
yeah, that's really crazy. I thought it was interesting as he brought up the economic side of things, how some of the programs were showing that the high income countries, they were talking about how some people think the high income countries are responsible for climate change because of the CO emissions.
Yeah,
or something
the
like
carbon
that.
monoxide.
Yeah, and so I just thought that was interesting. And then the Dollar Street thing was really cool.
Yeah. Something about the carbon dioxide, monoxide?
Yeah. Monoxide, probably.
Monoxide, probably just dioxide. Anyway, that's fair. But what I noticed is that the U.S. was really far above in emitting it than any other country. They even though they weren't always the richest, we were always the one that emitted the most. Yeah, we were the little red circle while everybody else was orange and yellow.
yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Which one was the worst? The red?
The red was the one who emitted the
carbon.
most. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yellow was the least. But I guess it makes sense with factories and things like that. Africa wouldn't release that much.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All that smog in LA.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see.
Oh, there's something else about the Dollar Street too that I thought was really cool. Is that when he was showing the pictures, it said from the $1, 0 to 2 or something like that, 1 to 2, and then 2 to 5. There wasn't a huge difference, but from 5 to 10 was crazy
if you're making
true.
10 to $20, was
10
it?
to 50, I think.
Oh yeah. They had beds
and
an
an oven
yeah.
and things like that. But the 5 to 10 still didn't have it was a lot lower standard of living.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting.
That's super crazy. And I liked it how he said that people in Africa, they're not dumb. If we, I don't know, choose to help them and present them with this, I mean, they can thrive.
Yeah, if they had the means to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how the girl said that give us the technology to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to do more with our time rather than do that.
That's
true.
Yeah, I think we kind of tend to fall into the assumption that just because people are at a lower standard of living than us, and they there must be something wrong with them. They're not doing something
not as
right.
educated, or they can't be as educated or something.
That's a fallacy.
And then lastly, I thought that what he said last was, what is seemingly impossible is possible. I liked that a lot.
Me too.
The sword swallowing.
Yeah.
That's kind of unexpected,
very
but
interesting.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but I like what his original thing for that meant. Kind of what we were doing with Africa. They're not. It's not that they can't do things. It's just a lot of times they don't have the means to, or things like that.
Yeah.
That if we learn to equalize, everything could be every country could be developed like a developed country.
Yeah.
Possible is possible. Swallow a sword.
And then to that.
There you go.